Greg, 13th walk-off win this season. What can you say about tonight's game?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of good things happened. We had some good pitching performances, and then Alex came up with, two huge hits, two-out hits. Again, first one against a guy that's really been tough on the whole league. And kind of both innings, we had pretty good rallies started, and then they seemed like they were going to stall. And then Alex, comes through and gets us on the board in each of them. So big night for Alex for sure. And then the other thing was, Javi Assad gave us a heck of 3 innings, kind of put the game in order. Gauze had to come out of the game, unfortunately, but Javi put the game back in order for us.
How is Gausman feeling?
He's doing well. The cramp it was on his glove hand, so it's that's why I think he was able to keep going, but it didn't really let up from the time we went out there in the 4th to our bottom of the 4th is a pretty quick inning. He went out there for the 5th, and it just didn't let up. And it's not necessarily affecting your pitches, but it's a massive cramp in your hand that he couldn't do any more with.
It looked like the new trainers gave him something for dehydration there or something.
Yeah, something to. Yeah, exactly. Not just to prevent cramping. Yeah. Maybe the same thing.
You point to one thing that Bregman's been doing since maybe the home game and everything. What's this little stretch?
Oh, man, I mean, I think he's, he when he gets a pitch to hit, he's doing something with it. I think that's probably the biggest thing. It was great to see on a first pitch in the 9th. First pitch I don't think he's been that great on the first pitch this year. That was obviously big. The Taylor at bat is just such a tough at bat. He gets to 2 strikes. I think he made a mistake with a breaking ball, and Breg was ready for it. But different situations. But you get a pitch to hit. Sometimes in those at bats, you get one pitch, especially against like Taylor. You get one pitch to hit, and he got it, and he put a great swing on it.
Can you just describe what you felt out there?
Yeah, I mean, just my thumb. Kind of couldn't even put it in my glove there in the 4th before I got some electrolytes in me, and felt fine to start the next inning. First pitch to Murakami, I felt it, and then last pitch to Vargas kind of locked up on me again. Pretty frustrating, to be honest. First start here as a Cub. Obviously not what I'm trying to do. Only the second time I think in my career that I've left the game. So, but I just felt like I kind of couldn't keep going. Kind of couldn't grab my glove without it locking up on me. And so, but great win tonight. And I mean, Javi came in and pitched his butt off, and really kind of saved the day for us.
As far as did the trainers describe it as dehydration, or how would you describe it?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I do a pretty good job. Obviously, I mean, if you're getting a cramp, you're obviously dehydrated. But, I mean, I've been doing the same thing for a long time, hydration-wise, and always feel like I kind of check that box. But for whatever reason, today was different, obviously.
Kevin, is that a first for you with the cramp in that hand?
I mean, I've had it happen, but usually it's, when I'm kind of over 100 pitches, that's when I kind of run into it. So I've never had it happen that early in an outing. So that's why it's kind of frustrating.
What did you think of your stuff up until that point?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I mean, a couple splits kind of left too good in the zone. The Murakami pitch, great pitch. Just a really good hitter. I thought we battled and got out of some tough spots, but not necessarily as sharp as I would have liked to have been.
To get a taste of the walk-off wins that this team's been doing all year, the last couple nights for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's been 3 since I've been here, so I've only been here not that long, so it's been fun. I think it's 13 on the year, maybe. I mean, that's a lot, and it just kind of goes to show how special this team is, how special these guys are, and they always believe in each other, and when you have that, it's tough.
You saw Bregman in the American League for a lot of years. What makes him kind of special when he gets going?
Man, a lot of things, but he can cover so many different pitches. He's a really smart hitter too. He knows how guys are going to pitch against him. He's been around a long time, so you mix that with the ability to change his swing to certain pitches, and just the mentality that he has in those big moments. He knows he's done it before, and so fun to watch.
I know you kind of briefly mentioned this, but just how big was not only what Gausman did until he came out, but Javi Assad from the pitching side?
No, he's been great all year for us. I think I don't know how many appearances he has, but maybe like 20 really, really, really good ones. So he was great. Obviously, T-Bone and Webby right after that were great at the end as well, and gave us a chance to score there in the ninth.
Alex, you came through in the seventh, then again in the ninth. You've been doing this a long time. How much do you relish those situations?
No, you love it. Sometimes you're gonna fail in them, but you want them every single time, and eventually you keep putting yourself in those spots, and you keep getting those opportunities. You're gonna come through, and fortunate enough to put a good swing on it today. I thought Carson did the hard part by getting into scoring position there to lead off the inning, and just trying to put a good swing on a good pitch to hit, and was fortunate enough to square it up.
What was it like after what he did yesterday to see him right out of the chute come through again for you guys?
Oh, it was great. Obviously, having an insane season, so it's kind of expected for him to do that, but it's like not at the same time. It's pretty crazy what he's doing. So just another extra base hit for him. He's been electric for us all year, and unbelievable.
Your at bat in the seventh just as crucial. You take us through that at bat with one of the best young arms in the league.
Yeah, kind of same thing. We had two guys on there, kind of battling there with two strikes. I was fortunate enough to get a slider up in the zone and was able to square it up. But yeah, he's got really good stuff, so just trying to square something up.
Alex, that's 13 walk-offs by the team this year. Can you talk about that magic, at the end of games? Yeah,
well, I feel like it's two things, really. I feel like our pitching staff's done a great job of giving us the opportunity to come through in those situations, and then offensively we feel like we're never out of it. And I think how this offense was kind of built is just grinder at bat after grinder at bat, and guys that can hit the ball from line to line, work counts, get on base, and I feel like guys that are mature in their approach to not try and do too much in those spots.
During the rain delay, what's the conversation like about looking at who you might be facing once the game restarts?
Honestly, we didn't really know until like 3 minutes beforehand when we just saw him stretching in the bullpen.
Alex, there's 6 more weeks before the end of the season. It seems like you guys as a group have been able to lock it in here recently. Do you feel that internally that you guys are starting to put a lot of attention to detail as the season winds down? Yeah,
I think we've had stretches this year, early in the year, where we've been the hottest team in baseball, and then the coldest team in baseball, and then the hottest team in baseball again, and it's kind of been one of those things early in the year. But I feel like the main thing in the second half is just being consistent and playing consistent baseball, and I feel like we've done a good job of that in all 3 phases of the game.